Picture a room, 12 strangers, and a question sitting on the table in front of them that nobody in the history of the internet had ever asked in a court of law before. Did the app do this on purpose? They sat in that room for 9 days, 40 hours of deliberation, and then they came back with an answer.
A verdict has been reached in a potentially landmark social media addiction trial. Meta and YouTube essentially on trial.
Meta and YouTube have both been found liable
of harming a teenager with addictive features in order to pay $6 million in total damages.
For negligence and how they've operated their platforms, building these features that have been called addictive of young people.
Think about the last time you picked up your phone to check something quickly. Maybe it was supposed to be 5 minutes. Maybe you were just going to check one thing. And then somehow, you don't even know exactly how, 30 minutes passed. Maybe an hour. And when you finally put the phone down, you felt it. That slightly hollow feeling. Like you'd eaten a full meal, but weren't sure what any of it tasted like. That feeling has a name. It's not weakness, it's not a lack of self-control. It's the product working exactly as designed. And for 20 years, the companies that built that feeling were completely, legally untouchable. Until 2 juries in 48 hours decided they weren't anymore.
But the New York Times points out that it could open these social media companies up to thousands more lawsuits over users and their well-being.
Here's the part of the story most people don't know. And it's the part that makes everything else make sense. There's a law. It's called Section 230. It was written in 1996, back when the internet was basically chat rooms and email. And what it says, in plain English, is this. If someone posts something harmful on a platform, the platform isn't responsible. The company that built the app doesn't own what its users put on it. Simple enough. And honestly, in 1996, probably reasonable. But here's what happened. That law became a fortress. Every single time someone tried to take Facebook to court, or YouTube, or Instagram, for anything, the lawyers would walk in, point at Section 230, and the case would get thrown out before it ever reached a jury.
When we had cigarettes killing people, we did something about it, maybe not enough. You're gonna talk about guns, we have the ATF. Nothing here. There's not a damn thing anybody can do about it. You can't be sued.
For 30 years, that shield never broke. Until someone finally asked the right question. What if we don't go after what people post? What if we go after the machine itself? The lawyers representing the families didn't attack the content on the platforms. They didn't go after a post or a video or a comment. They went after the features, the actual design decisions, the invisible architecture that runs underneath everything you see when you open your phone. Infinite scroll, the thing that makes the feed never end. No bottom, no stopping point, just more and more and more. Autoplay, the feature that starts the next video before you've decided you want to watch it. The decision made for you, automatically, every single time. The notification system, engineered to pull you back in at the exact psychological moment you're most likely to return. These aren't accidents. These are choices. Los Angeles. 9 days of deliberation. 40 hours in that room. The jury came back and said, Meta and YouTube were negligent. Not for what their users posted, for how their products were built. The design of the feed was found to be a substantial factor in causing real harm to a real child. $3 million in compensatory damages, $3 million more recommended in punitive damages. 70% of the fault, Meta, 30%, Google. Now here's where this story gets personal, because if you've been following this channel, you've seen this exact playbook before. Earlier this year, The Federal Trade Commission made Amazon pay $2.5 billion.
The FTC says Amazon has agreed to pay an historic multi-billion-dollar lawsuit for tricking people into signing up for Prime accounts and then making it hard to cancel.
This is not the end of the story, not even close. Meta and Google are expected to appeal. And that appeal, when it reaches the higher courts, won't just be about these cases. It will decide whether any feature of any platform can ever be treated as a defective product. That answer will shape the internet for the next 30 years.